Welcome. You're watching Ms. Fhuang English, and I'm so happy you're here today. If you want to speak English naturally and confidently, you are in the right place. Before we begin, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you and learning about your English journey. Now, imagine this. You walk into a cafe and someone says, "Hi, how are you?" Suddenly, you freeze. You want to answer, but your mind goes blank. Or maybe you say something very short like, "Good," and then the conversation stops. Does that sound familiar? If it does, you are not alone. Many English learners feel the same way, unsure of what to say, afraid to make mistakes, or worried about speaking naturally. Today, we're going to change that. In this video, we'll practice real, natural English conversations, the kind you can use every day. You'll learn how to listen carefully, respond smoothly, and speak confidently, even in situations that feel tricky. And we'll do it together step by step, with examples, short dialogues, and mini practices that you can shadow and repeat. Let's start with a very simple but powerful idea. Conversations are like games. You don't need to know every word perfectly. You just need to listen, respond, and keep the conversation going. Here's an example. Imagine you meet a new neighbor. They say, "Neighbor, hi, I'm Lisa. I just moved in next door." You, "Hi Lisa, I'm your name. Welcome to the neighborhood. How do you like it so far?" Notice how this short conversation works naturally. You introduced yourself, welcomed them, and asked a question to keep it going. That's exactly what we want to practice. Now, I want you to try a mini exercise with me. I'll say the first line, and you repeat after me and add your own answer. Ready? Line. "Hi, how are you today?" Your response. "I'm good. Thank you. How about you?" Or, "I'm feeling great. How's your day?" See? Already, you're having a simple, natural conversation. The key is to listen, respond, and add a small detail. Even beginners can do this if they practice a little every day. Here's another situation. You're at a cafe, and the barista asks, "Barista, what would you like to order?" You can answer in different ways. "I'd like a cappuccino, please." "I'll have a latte, thank you." "I'm not sure yet." "What do you recommend?" Notice the last one? That is a great way to start a conversation and make it more natural. Asking questions shows interest and keeps the dialogue going. You can try this in real life or practice it at home, even alone. Let's practice together. I'll give you the barista's line, and you repeat your answer after me. "Barista, what would you like to order?" Your answer, "I'll have a cappuccino, please." "Barista, would you like any snacks with that?" Your answer, "Yes, I'll try a croissant. Thank you." This small dialogue might seem simple, but practicing it repeatedly trains your brain to respond automatically in English. That's the secret to speaking naturally and fluently. Here's a little tip. Every time you hear a question in English, think of 3 possible ways to answer. For example, question, "How was your weekend?" Answer 1. It was good. I went hiking with my friends. Answer 2. Pretty relaxing. I stayed home and read a book. Answer 3. It was busy, but I enjoyed it. Having multiple responses ready helps you speak faster and feel confident. You don't have to memorize them. Just practice saying them aloud until it feels natural. Let's try a short practice conversation together. Repeat after me. Imagine you are talking with a friend. Friend, hey, what did you do yesterday? I went to the park. It was sunny and beautiful. Friend, that sounds nice. Did you go with anyone? You, yes, I went with my friend, and we had a picnic. It was fun. Notice how we are adding small details and following up with questions. That makes the conversation natural, friendly, and interesting. Before we continue, I want you to pause the video for a moment and think. If you met a new friend today, how would you start a conversation? What would you say first? Type your answer in the comments. I want to see your ideas. Now, let's look at one more example of natural English. Imagine you're talking about hobbies. Person 1, do you like music? Person 2, yes, I love it. I usually listen to pop and jazz. How about you? Person 1, I enjoy rock music. I also play the guitar sometimes. Welcome back. If you joined us from the first part, you already know how powerful, simple, natural conversations can be. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I suggest going back and practicing the mini dialogues there. It will make today's part much easier and more fun. In this part, we'll focus on daily English conversations you can use immediately. These are real-life examples, just like talking to friends, classmates, or coworkers. The goal is to train your brain to think in English, respond naturally, and feel confident while speaking. Let's start with a common situation, meeting a friend after a long time. Imagine your friend comes up to you and says, "Friend, hey, long time no see. How have you been?" Take a moment to think. What would you answer? Here are 3 natural ways. I've been good, thanks. How about you? Pretty busy, but I'm doing well. And you? I'm great. It's so nice to see you again. Notice how all 3 answers include a follow-up question. This is important because conversations are a two-way street. You give information, but you also invite the other person to respond. Now, let's practice this together. I'll say the friend's line, and you repeat your answer out loud. Ready? Friend, hey, long time no see. How have you been? Your answer, I've been good, thanks. How about you? Great. Try the second option. Friend, hey, long time no see. How have you been? Your answer, pretty busy, but I'm doing well. And you? Perfect. Shadowing like this will help you respond automatically in real life without overthinking. Next, let's look at another everyday situation, asking for help. Maybe you're at a store or a library and need information. Here's an example. You, excuse me, can you help me? Person, sure, what do you need? You, I'm looking for this book. Do you know where it is? Person. Yes, it's on the second floor, near the windows. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See how polite, clear sentences make communication smooth and natural? Try repeating this dialogue out loud and imagine yourself in the situation. You can even practice changing the item or location to make it more realistic. Here's a fun tip. Add small details to make your English more natural. For example, instead of saying, "I'm looking for the book," you can say, "I'm looking for the book about cooking. Do you know where it is?" Adding small details gives the conversation more life and helps you sound confident. Now, let's practice a conversation about daily routines. Imagine talking to a classmate or coworker. Person 1. What do you usually do after work? Person 2. I usually go to the gym or watch a show. How about you? Person 1. I like to cook dinner and relax a bit. Sometimes I read a book. Notice the natural rhythm. Each person shares a little information and then asks a follow-up question. This keeps the conversation flowing. Try practicing this with your own routine. Say it out loud like you're talking to a friend. I usually wake up early and go for a run. Then I have breakfast and start work. How about you? Shadowing this will help your brain think in English instead of translating. That's the key to fluency. Let's add one more situation. Making plans with friends. This is fun because it uses common, simple phrases, and you can practice them daily. Friend, do you want to go to the movies this weekend? You, sure. What time? Friend, there's a 7 p.m. show. Does that work? You, yes, that's perfect. See you then. See how simple it is? Notice the pattern. Invitation or question. Confirmation or polite response. Agreement and follow-up detail. You can practice this with your friends in English or even imagine conversations at home. The more you repeat, the more automatic it becomes. Here's a small challenge for you. In the comments, write one sentence you would say to invite a friend to do something this weekend. It could be, "Do you want to grab coffee on Saturday? Let's go for a walk tomorrow." This small exercise helps you think in English and prepares you for real conversations. Finally, a quick tip for listening and speaking fluency. When you hear a question or a comment, pause for just a second, then respond naturally. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Native speakers often respond quickly with simple phrases. For example, question, "Did you watch the game last night?" Good natural responses. "Yes, it was amazing." "No, I missed it." "How was it?" "Not really, but I heard it was exciting." Notice how short, natural sentences keep the conversation alive. Practice these short responses with me now. Repeat after me. "Yes, it was amazing." "No, I missed it." "How was it?" "Not really, but I heard it was exciting." Welcome back. If you've been practicing the conversations from part 2, you're already building confidence in short, real-life English exchanges. Today, we're going to take it a step further. In this part, we will focus on longer, more natural conversations, combining small talk, questions, and sharing details about your day. This is the kind of practice that helps you speak smoothly and think in English, not just translate from your native language. Let's start with a common situation. Talking about your day with a friend or coworker. Here's an example. Friend: "Hi, how was your day?" It was pretty busy, but I got a lot done. I had a meeting in the morning, then I worked on my project for a few hours. How about you? Friend: "Mine was good too. I went shopping and cooked dinner at home. Did you enjoy your meeting?" Yes, it went well. I felt a bit nervous at first, but everyone was very supportive. Notice how each person shares details and then asks a question. That keeps the conversation alive and natural. Now let's practice this together. I'll give you the friend's line and you repeat your response out loud. Ready? Friend: "Hi, how was your day?" Your answer: "It was pretty busy, but I got a lot done. I had a meeting in the morning, then I worked on my project for a few hours. How about you?" Great! You can also try your own version. Maybe you studied English today or did something different. For example, "It was fun. I practiced English for an hour and then cooked dinner. How about you?" Next, let's explore asking for advice or recommendations, something you often do with friends, classmates, or colleagues. Here's an example. I'm thinking about learning a new skill. Do you have any suggestions?" Friend: Maybe try cooking or painting. Both are fun and relaxing." That sounds interesting. I've always wanted to learn painting. Can you recommend a good place to start?" Friend: Yes, there's a local art studio that offers beginner classes. Perfect. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. See the pattern? You ask a question, they give advice, you respond and show interest, and then you may ask a follow-up question. This creates a natural flow and helps your English sound smooth. Let's practice shadowing this dialogue together. Repeat each line out loud after me. I'm thinking about learning a new skill. Do you have any suggestions? Friend: Maybe try cooking or painting. Both are fun and relaxing. That sounds interesting. I've always wanted to learn painting. Can you recommend a good place to start? Friend: Yes, there's a local art studio that offers beginner classes. Perfect. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. Fantastic. Practicing in this way helps your brain remember phrases and sentence patterns so you can respond naturally in real situations. Now, let's talk about making small talk with someone new. Maybe you meet a new classmate, colleague, or neighbor. Here's an example. Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name. Person: Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. Nice to meet you too. Do you live around here? Person: Yes, I just moved in last month. How about you? I've been living here for a few years. Do you like it so far? Person: Yes, it's very quiet and friendly. That's great to hear. If you need any tips about the area, I'd be happy to help. Notice the friendly tone and how each person responds with short, natural sentences. Small talk is simple, but it builds confidence and helps you practice speaking without fear. Here's a shadowing tip. Pause for 1 second before you respond, just like in real conversation. This makes your English sound natural and gives you time to think without freezing. Try repeating the dialogue above with a small pause after each line. Next, let's practice talking about hobbies and interests, which is very common in casual conversations. Friend, what do you usually do in your free time? You? I like reading and watching movies. I also go for walks in the park sometimes. How about you? Friend, I enjoy cooking and listening to music. Sometimes I try new recipes from YouTube. You? That sounds fun. I'd love to try cooking more often, but I never know what to make. Friend, I can share some easy recipes with you. They're perfect for beginners. See how sharing details about your hobbies makes the conversation more interesting? Try making your own version. What do you usually do in your free time? I enjoy your hobby. I also another activity. How about you? Another important tip, when someone asks a question, you don't need long answers all the time. Short, natural sentences work best. For example, question: Did you watch the new movie? Answers: Yes, it was amazing. No, not yet. Have you seen it? It was okay. Not my favorite. Practice these short, natural responses until you can say them automatically. Welcome back. By now, you've been practicing short and medium-length conversations. You're building confidence, learning common questions, and starting to speak more naturally. In this part, we'll focus on longer, flowing conversations, combining greetings, small talk, hobbies, and opinions, everything you need to speak smoothly like a native speaker. Let's start with a situation many of us face: meeting someone new at a social event. Here's an example. You: Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name. Person: Nice to meet you. I'm Sarah. You: Nice to meet you too, Sarah. How do you know the host? Sarah: We work together at the marketing company downtown. How about you? You: Oh, we studied at the same university. Are you enjoying the party so far? Sarah: Yes, it's really fun. Everyone is very friendly. Have you tried the food? You: Not yet. I heard the appetizers are really good though. Sarah: Yes, you should try the mini sandwiches. They're delicious. You: Thanks. I'll check them out. Do you come to events like this often? Sarah: Not really. Only a few times a year. But I like meeting new people. You: Me too. It's a great way to make new friends and practice English. Notice the flow. Greeting, introduction, small talk, asking questions, sharing opinions, giving suggestions. This is how natural conversations work. Each line connects to the previous one. You can shadow this dialogue to practice smooth transitions. Repeat after me. You: Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name. Person: Nice to meet you. I'm Sarah. You: Nice to meet you too, Sarah. How do you know the host? Sarah: We work together at the marketing company downtown. How about you? You: Oh, we studied at the same university. Are you enjoying the party so far? Sarah, yes, it's really fun. Everyone is very friendly. Have you tried the food? You, not yet. I heard the appetizers are really good though. Sarah, yes, you should try the mini sandwiches. They're delicious. You, thanks. I'll check them out. Do you come to events like this often? Sarah, not really, only a few times a year, but I like meeting new people. You, me too. It's a great way to make new friends and practice English. Great. Now, let's focus on expressing opinions and preferences. This is very useful in daily conversations. Here's a short example. Friend, I watched the new movie last night. What about you? You, I haven't seen it yet. How was it? Friend, it was really exciting, full of action scenes. You, sounds great. I usually like comedies, but I enjoy action sometimes. Friend, you should watch it this weekend then. You, I will. Thanks for the recommendation. Key points here. Ask questions to show interest. Share your opinion. Give a follow-up response. Use natural phrases like, sounds great, or I usually like, let's practice shadowing this dialogue. Friend, I watched the new movie last night. What about you? You, I haven't seen it yet. How was it? Friend, it was really exciting, full of action scenes. You, sounds great. I usually like comedies, but I enjoy action sometimes. Friend, you should watch it this weekend then. You, I will. Thanks for the recommendation. Another important tip. Use short connecting words and phrases to make your English sound smooth. Examples. By the way, that reminds me. Actually, I see. Let's practice using them in a conversation. You. I love reading books in my free time. Friend. Really? What kind of books? You. Mostly mystery novels. By the way, have you read any good books recently? Friend. Yes, I just finished a travel book about Japan. You. That sounds interesting. I'd love to visit Japan someday. See how adding small phrases makes the conversation more natural and friendly? These words connect ideas and keep the flow going. Now, let's practice talking about future plans, which is another common topic. Friend, do you have any plans for the weekend? You. Yes, I'm planning to visit my grandparents. How about you, friend? I'm going hiking with some friends. I hope the weather is good. You. That sounds fun. I love hiking. Maybe I'll join next time. Friend. Definitely. We can plan it together. Welcome back. By now, you've practiced greetings, small talk, expressing opinions, and talking about future plans. In this part, we'll combine all these skills into a longer, natural conversation that you can use in real life. This will help you speak smoothly and confidently, just like native speakers. Imagine this scenario. You meet a new colleague at a cafe near work. Let's see how the conversation flows. You, hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name, colleague. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. Are you new here? You. Yes, I started last week. How about you? Alex. I've been here for 2 years. I love working in this team. By the way, do you usually come to this cafe? You. Not really. I just discovered it recently. It's really cozy. Have you tried their coffee? Alex. Yes. Their cappuccino is amazing. I usually get it with a little chocolate on top. You. Sounds delicious. I'll try that next time. What do you usually do during your lunch break? Alex. I like to walk around the park nearby or read a book. Sometimes I work on small projects. How about you? You. I usually eat here with colleagues, but I also like walking in the park when the weather is nice. Alex. That's great. It's nice to take a short break and relax. You. Exactly. By the way, I heard there's a team event next week. Are you going? Alex. Yes, I'm planning to. It should be fun. Will you join too? You. Definitely. I want to meet everyone and get to know the team better. Alex. Perfect. Maybe we can sit together during the event. You. That sounds like a great idea. I look forward to it. Notice the flow. Greetings, introductions, small talk, sharing opinions, asking questions, using connecting phrases like by the way and exactly, and planning for the future. This makes the conversation smooth and natural. Now, let's practice this dialogue together. Repeat after me. You. Hi. I don't think we've met before. I'm your name. Colleague. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. Are you new here? You. Yes, I started last week. How about you? Alex. I've been here for 2 years. I love working in this team. By the way, do you usually come to this cafe? You. Not really. I just discovered it recently. It's really cozy. Have you tried their coffee? Alex. Yes. Their cappuccino is amazing. I usually get it with a little chocolate on top. You. Sounds delicious. I'll try that next time. What do you usually do during your lunch break? Alex. I like to walk around the park nearby or read a book. Sometimes I work on small projects. How about you? You. I usually eat here with colleagues, but I also like walking in the park when the weather is nice. Alex. That's great. It's nice to take a short break and relax. You. Exactly. By the way, I heard there's a team event next week. Are you going? Alex. Yes, I'm planning to. It should be fun. Will you join too? You. Definitely. I want to meet everyone and get to know the team better. Alex. Perfect. Maybe we can sit together during the event. You. That sounds like a great idea. I look forward to it. Excellent. Notice how each question and answer connects naturally, using small phrases like, by the way, exactly. And that sounds like a great idea makes your English flow smoothly and confidently. Next, let's practice a mini conversation about hobbies, something many people talk about in real life. Friend, do you have any hobbies? You. Yes, I love painting and listening to music. How about you? Friend. I enjoy playing soccer and reading novels. You. That's interesting. I used to play soccer when I was younger. What kind of novels do you like? Friend. Mostly adventure and mystery stories. They keep me excited. You. I like mystery too. Have you read any good books recently? Friend. Yes, I just finished a detective novel. It was amazing. You. Sounds great. I'll add it to my reading list. Notice how this conversation uses asking about interests, sharing your own interests, following up with questions, expressing excitement. Try shadowing this dialogue as well. Pause after each line and repeat naturally. Shadowing helps you think in English and speak more confidently. Now, a small tip. When you don't understand something, it's okay to ask politely. For example, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Friend, sure, I said the detective novel was amazing. Thank you, I'll check it out. Using polite phrases like this shows confidence and good communication skills. Before we finish part 5, here's a quick interactive exercise. Think about a situation in your life, maybe meeting a new classmate, colleague, or neighbor. Write a short conversation in the comments using greetings and introductions, small talk about hobbies, food, or work, asking questions, sharing opinions, future plans or suggestions. Welcome back. In the previous parts, you practiced greetings, small talk, sharing hobbies, and planning future activities. Now, it's time to take your English to the next level by learning linking words, common expressions, and conversational tricks that make your speech sound smooth and natural. These are the little secrets that make fluent English sound effortless. Imagine this situation. You're talking to a friend about weekend plans, and you want to connect your ideas naturally. Friend, what are you doing this weekend? I'm thinking of going to the park. Also, I might visit the new cafe near my house. Friend, that sounds fun. Can I join you? Of course. By the way, they have a live music session on Saturday evening. Friend, really? That sounds amazing. Yes, I heard it's really popular. So, I thought it would be nice to check it out together. Friend, great. What time should we meet? How about 4 p.m.? We can walk in the park first and then go to the cafe. Friend, perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Notice the linking words and expressions. Also, by the way, how about? These make your speech flow smoothly and sound like a native speaker. Now, let's practice another common situation talking about a movie you watched. Friend, have you seen any good movies recently? Yes, I watched an interesting comedy last night. Actually, I didn't expect it to be that funny. Friend, oh really? I love comedies. What's it about? It's about a group of friends who travel together and get into funny situations. For example, There's a scene where they get lost in the city and try to find a hotel. Friend, that sounds hilarious. You, yes. Also, the main actor is very talented, so he makes every scene enjoyable. Friend, I'll definitely watch it this weekend. You, by the way, I can send you the link to the trailer if you want. Here, linking words like actually, for example, also, and by the way, help you connect your thoughts naturally. You're not just speaking word by word, you're telling a story, and your conversation flows smoothly. Let's practice this together. Repeat after me slowly, as if you are talking to a friend. You, yes, I watched an interesting comedy last night. Actually, I didn't expect it to be that funny. Friend, oh really? I love comedies. What's it about? You, it's about a group of friends who travel together and get into funny situations. For example, there's a scene where they get lost in the city and try to find a hotel. Friend, that sounds hilarious. You, yes. Also, the main actor is very talented, so he makes every scene enjoyable. Friend, I'll definitely watch it this weekend. You, by the way, I can send you the link to the trailer if you want. Now, another tip. When telling a story or describing your day, use short, natural sentences first, then connect them with linking words. For example, I woke up late this morning. Then I missed my bus, so I had to take a taxi. After that, I arrived at work a little tired, but ready to start the day. These little words then. So, after that, make your English sound fluent and easy to follow. Next, let's try a mini dialogue about shopping, which is very common in real life. Friend, do you want to go shopping this weekend? You, sure. I need to buy some clothes. Also, I want to look for a new pair of shoes. Friend, great. I need to buy a gift for my sister. By the way, have you been to the new mall? You, not yet. I heard it's huge, so I thought we could explore it together. Friend, perfect. We can have lunch there too. You, yes, after that we can have coffee and relax. Notice how smooth this conversation feels. Linking words guide your listener through your ideas. Here's a shadowing practice. Pause after each line and repeat naturally. Try to feel the rhythm. You, sure, I need to buy some clothes. Also, I want to look for a new pair of shoes. Friend, great. I need to buy a gift for my sister. By the way, have you been to the new mall? You, not yet. I heard it's huge, so I thought we could explore it together. Friend, perfect. We can have lunch there too. You, yes, after that we can have coffee and relax. Welcome back. So far, you've practiced basic conversations, sharing ideas, planning activities, and using linking words to make your English flow naturally. Now, it's time to focus on pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm, the secret ingredients that make your English sound confident, natural, and easy to understand. Think about this. Two people can say the same words, but one sounds flat, while the other sounds engaging and smooth. The difference is how you stress words, use rhythm, and pause correctly. Let's start with stress. In English, some words are stronger than others. In a sentence, usually, the important words, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs get stress, while small words like the, in, and to are softer. For example, I went to the market yesterday. I bought some fresh apples and bread. Notice how went, market, bought, fresh apples, and bread are stressed. These are the key words that carry meaning. Practice saying it slowly, then faster, keeping the stress natural. I went to the market yesterday. I bought some fresh apples and bread. Next, let's talk about intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of your voice. It shows your emotion and makes your sentences more engaging. When asking a yes/no question, your voice usually rises at the end. Are you ready? Do you want to join us? When asking a what question, what, where, when, how, your voice usually falls at the end. What time is the meeting? Where is the best restaurant in town? Try repeating these with the correct intonation. Notice how your voice moves naturally and feels more confident. Now, let's practice pausing. Pauses help your listener understand you, and they make your speech sound calm and confident. You can pause after a long idea or before giving important information. I went to the park yesterday. It was crowded, but I still enjoyed my walk. Here, the pause after yesterday gives your listener time to process. The pause before but adds emphasis. Try saying it slowly with the pause, then repeat at normal speed. Let's put these three together: stress, intonation, and pausing in a real conversation. Friend, how was your weekend? You. It was great. I went to the beach with my family. We played volleyball, and after that, we had a picnic. Friend, that sounds amazing. Did you swim? You. Yes, I swam a lot. The water was perfect. Also, we built a sandcastle. Notice how stressing key words, rising and falling in your intonation, and pausing makes your English sound natural and confident. Repeat this dialogue slowly first, then faster, shadowing the rhythm. Here's a mini exercise for you. Describe your favorite place to visit using stress, intonation, and pauses. You can start like this. My favorite place is the mountains. I love the fresh air and the quiet nature. Also, I enjoy hiking and seeing the sunrise. Try recording yourself and listening. Ask yourself, are you stressing the right words? Does your voice rise and fall naturally? Are you pausing in the right places? Now, a quick shadowing practice. I will say a sentence, and you repeat exactly as I say it, including stress, intonation, and pauses. I went to the market yesterday. I bought some fresh apples and bread. The movie was amazing. The acting was fantastic, and the story was very interesting. I love traveling. Every city has something new to explore. Also, the people are always friendly. Welcome back. In the previous part, we focused on stress, intonation, and pauses key tools to make your English sound natural and confident. Now, We're going to combine those skills with practical daily expressions and vocabulary so you can speak English smoothly in real-life situations. Think about this. Knowing words is not enough. You need to use them naturally in sentences with the right rhythm, stress, and intonation. That's what makes your English sound fluent. Let's start with common daily expressions. These are phrases you hear every day in real English conversations, and they help you respond quickly without thinking too much. For example, how's it going? A casual way to ask someone how they are. I'm good, thanks. And you? A natural response. That sounds great. To show agreement or excitement. I see what you mean. To show understanding. Let's practice these in a short conversation. Friend. Hey, how's it going? You? I'm good, thanks. And you? Friend. I'm fine. Did you see the new movie? You. Yes. I saw it yesterday. It was amazing. Friend, I see what you mean. I want to watch it too. You definitely should. The story is so interesting. Notice how using these expressions naturally helps the conversation flow. Try shadowing this dialogue. Repeat it exactly as you hear it, with correct stress, intonation, and pauses. Next, let's focus on vocabulary in context. You might know the word interesting, but saying, "It was interesting," sounds very basic. Instead, add more detail to make it natural. It was really interesting because the story had many surprises. It was very interesting, and the acting was fantastic. Adding small words like really, very, and descriptive nouns like surprises or acting makes your English sound richer and more natural. Now, here's a mini practice exercise. Pick one daily activity you did recently, like cooking, shopping, or walking in the park. Describe it using at least 3 expressions or adjectives. Example: I went to the park yesterday. The weather was beautiful, and the flowers were colorful. I saw a lot of people jogging, and it was really peaceful. Try saying this out loud with proper stress and pauses. Focus on making it sound like a natural story instead of a list of words. Let's practice short dialogues for daily life. These are situations you might face at work, school, or social events. Situation 1. Meeting someone new. Person A. Hi, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you. Person B. Hi, Alex. I'm Maria. Nice to meet you too. Person A. Where are you from? Person B. I'm from Indonesia. And you? Person A. I'm from the United States. What do you do? Person B. I'm a teacher. How about you? Person A. I work in marketing. That's interesting. Notice the smooth transitions in the conversation. Phrases like, nice to meet you, and you, and that's interesting. Make English sound natural and flowing. Practice this with a friend, or shadow it by yourself. Situation 2, ordering at a cafe. Waiter. Hi, what would you like today? You. Hi, I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Waiter. Would you like it hot or iced? You. Hot, please. and a slice of chocolate cake. Waiter, sure, anything else? You, no, thank you, that's all. Waiter, great, your total is $5.50. You, here you go, thanks. See how using short, polite phrases makes English sound smooth. Practice shadowing this dialogue several times until it feels natural. Next, let's add a confidence tip. When speaking, don't worry about making every sentence perfect. Focus on communicating your ideas clearly and naturally. Even simple sentences like "I really enjoyed the movie" are effective if you say them with confidence and natural rhythm. Here's a small challenge for you. For one day, try to use at least 5 new daily expressions in your conversations. It could be with friends, family, or even speaking aloud by yourself. For example, "That sounds great. I see what you mean. How's it going? I really like it. That's amazing." Record yourself if possible. Listen and notice if your stress, intonation, and pauses match natural English speech. This practice helps you think in English and speak more confidently. Welcome back. In the last part, we focused on daily expressions, short dialogues, and shadowing practice to help your English sound natural. Now, we're moving to a very exciting step, telling stories in English. Storytelling is one of the best ways to practice fluency because it allows you to connect sentences, use new expressions, and speak confidently about real-life experiences. Imagine this. You just came back from a trip, or you watched a movie, or even had an interesting conversation with a friend. How do you share that experience naturally in English? That's exactly what we'll practice today. Let's start with a simple story framework. You can think of it in 3 parts. Introduction. What is the story about? Details. What happened? Include actions, feelings, and observations. Conclusion. How did you feel? Or what did you learn? Here's an example. Yesterday, I went to the park. The weather was beautiful, and many people were jogging or walking their dogs. I saw a little boy playing with a puppy, and it made me smile. I felt so relaxed and happy. It reminded me how important it is to enjoy simple moments. Notice the flow, introduction, details, and conclusion. Each sentence connects naturally, and using words like yesterday and so, and it reminded me makes the story smooth. Now, let's practice a short story together. You can shadow this and repeat it aloud. Last weekend, I visited a new cafe near my house. The place was cozy and quiet. I ordered a cup of coffee and a chocolate muffin. While I was drinking my coffee, I read a book and listened to music. The time passed quickly, and I felt very peaceful. I really want to go back there again. Pay attention to the natural rhythm, stress, and intonation. Each sentence is short, but together they form a complete, smooth story. Next, let's add transitional words to make your stories even smoother. Words like then, after that, while, and so help your sentences connect. For example, I woke up early in the morning. Then I went for a walk. I met my friend at the cafe. After that, we went to the park. I was reading a book. While I was reading, my cat jumped on my lap. It started raining, so I ran back home quickly. Using these connectors makes your English sound more natural and fluent. Try making your own sentences with these words. Now, let's combine storytelling with expressions of feeling, which makes your English more emotional and engaging. Common expressions include, I felt so excited. It was really surprising. I was a little nervous. I couldn't believe it. For example, I went to a concert last night. The music was amazing and the lights were beautiful. I felt so excited because I love that band. I couldn't believe how close I was to the stage. Practice saying this story aloud, using stress and intonation to emphasize your feelings. This makes your English sound real and expressive. Here's a mini exercise for you. Think about something interesting you did recently. Use this simple storytelling framework. What happened? What did you feel? What was the most memorable part? Try to tell your story out loud, using at least 2 expressions of feeling and 1 transitional word. Don't worry about mistakes. Focus on speaking naturally and confidently. Let's do one more short story together, using shadowing practice. Last Friday, I went to a small bookstore. I love books, so I was very happy. I found a book I had wanted for a long time. While I was reading the first chapter, I drank some tea and listened to soft music. The bookstore was quiet and cozy, and I felt very relaxed. I stayed there for 2 hours and didn't want to leave. Notice how we included time phrases, feelings, and actions. Each sentence connects smoothly, and the story is easy to follow. A quick tip for storytelling practice: try to record yourself telling a short story. Listen carefully and notice. Are your sentences flowing naturally? Are you using transitional words like then and after that? Are you expressing your feelings clearly? Is your stress, intonation, and rhythm natural? The more you practice storytelling, the easier it becomes to think and speak in English naturally. It's like your brain is training to use English automatically, which is the real goal of fluency. Welcome back. In the last part, we focused on storytelling, how to share your experiences naturally in English, connecting sentences, using transitional words, and expressing feelings. Now, we're moving to another essential skill for fluency: asking and answering questions naturally. This is crucial because conversations flow when you can both ask questions and respond confidently. Let's start with some basic types of questions you can use in everyday conversation. Yes/no questions. These are simple questions with short answers. For example, do you like coffee? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Wha questions. These begin with what, where, when, who, why, or how. They give more information. For example, what do you like to do on weekends? I like to read books and go for walks. Choice questions. These give options for answers. For example, do you want tea or coffee? I'll have tea, please. Now, let's practice asking questions naturally. Remember, your tone, rhythm, and facial expression matter. Even if someone can't see you, imagining the conversation makes your English more authentic. Here's a short dialogue you can shadow. A. Hi, how was your weekend? B. It was great. I went hiking with some friends. How about you? A. I stayed home and watched a movie. Did you enjoy the hike? Yes, it was amazing. The view from the mountain was beautiful. Notice how each sentence is short, natural, and connects to the previous one. Using questions like, did you enjoy? It keeps the conversation going. Next, let's try asking follow-up questions. This is an advanced way to make your English sound even more natural. For example, A. I visited a new cafe yesterday. B. Oh, really? What was it like? A. It was cozy and quiet. They had great coffee. B. That sounds nice. Did you try any pastries? See how the conversation flows naturally? Follow-up questions show interest and give you more opportunities to speak. Here's another shadowing exercise. Repeat each line after me, focusing on natural intonation. A. What's your favorite book? B. I really like The Alchemist. It's very inspiring. Have you read it? A. Yes, I have. I loved the message about following your dreams. Using expressions like, have you read it? Or did you like it? Makes your English sound real and keeps the listener engaged. Now, let's practice making questions about daily life. These are questions you can use in almost any conversation. How was your day? What did you do yesterday? Have you ever tried? Where do you usually go on weekends? Try asking these questions to yourself, a friend, or even speaking out loud. Then answer naturally. For example, Q. How was your day? A. It was good. I went shopping and cooked a nice dinner. How about yours? Notice how a short, friendly question can lead to a natural and flowing conversation. Another tip for fluency. When you answer questions, don't just say one word. Give one or two extra sentences. This makes your English sound more natural and gives you more speaking practice. For example, do you like traveling? A. Yes, I love traveling. I enjoy learning about new cultures and trying different foods. Instead of just saying, yes, you're expanding your answer and practicing natural English expressions. Let's combine everything we've learned in a mini conversation practice. You can shadow this with me. A. Hi, did you do anything fun this weekend? B. Yes, I went to a park near the river. I walked and read a book. A. That sounds relaxing. What book did you read? B. It's called The Little Prince. I really like the story and the illustrations. A. I love that book too. Did you go alone or with someone? B. I went alone, but I met a friend later. We had coffee together. Notice how questions naturally lead to answers, and answers give opportunities for more questions. This is how real English conversations flow. Here's a challenge for you. Today, try to have at least one short conversation in English using questions and follow-ups. You can practice with a friend, a family member, or even record yourself. Try to use one yes/no question, one question, One follow-up question. Remember, the goal is speaking naturally, not perfect grammar. It's okay to make small mistakes. Fluency comes with practice and confidence. Welcome back. This is the final part of our series, and today we're going to bring everything together. We've practiced storytelling, daily expressions, asking and answering questions, and follow-up questions. Now, it's time to practice fluency in a continuous conversation, just like you would in real life. Let's imagine a full scenario you might experience in your daily life. Meeting a new friend at a coffee shop. I'll guide you through it, step by step. You can shadow each line, repeat after me, and try to sound as natural as possible. A. Hi, is this seat taken? B. No, it's free. Please, sit down. A. Thanks, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. B. Nice to meet you too. I'm Daniel. Do you come here often? A. Not really. I just found this place last week. How about you? B. I come here sometimes after work. I really like their coffee. A. Me too. By the way, what do you do? B. I work as a graphic designer. And you? A. I'm a teacher. I love working with students and helping them learn English. B. That's great. Teaching is such an important job. Do you enjoy it? A. Yes, very much. Every day is different, and I get to meet so many interesting people. B. I can imagine. What's your favorite part about teaching? A. I love seeing my students succeed and gain confidence in speaking English. Notice how this conversation flows naturally. Each sentence leads to the next. Questions invite answers, and answers give new opportunities for conversation. This is real-life English in action. Now, let's add some daily expressions and reactions to make it even more natural. These are short phrases that native speakers often use. That sounds interesting. Really? I didn't know that. Wow, that's amazing. I totally agree with you. You can use these to react naturally in conversations. Let's add them to our coffee shop dialogue. A. I love seeing my students succeed. B. Wow, that's amazing. You must be proud of them. A. Yes, I am. Every small improvement makes me happy. B. I totally agree. Seeing progress is always rewarding. See how these short reactions make the conversation feel more real and human? This is one of the keys to sounding natural in English. Next, let's practice a shadowing exercise for fluency. Repeat each sentence after me, paying attention to rhythm and intonation. Imagine you're actually in this conversation. A. Do you like traveling? B. Yes, I love it. I enjoy exploring new places and trying local food. A. That sounds fun. Where did you travel last? B. I went to Italy last summer. It was beautiful, and the food was amazing. A. I've always wanted to visit Italy. Did you take many photos? B. Yes, so many. I want to share them with my friends. Notice how the conversation moves naturally. You're asking questions, giving answers, reacting, and adding details. This is exactly how native speakers communicate, and you can do it too with practice. Here's a tip for daily fluency practice. Pick a topic you like: travel, food, work, hobbies. Start a short conversation with questions and answers. Add short reactions like, "Really?" or "That's great." Repeat and shadow each line. Record yourself if possible, and listen to your rhythm and tone. By practicing this way, you're training your brain to think in English, not just translate from your native language. This is the key to speaking smoothly and confidently. Finally, a motivational reminder. Fluency is not about perfection. It's about speaking naturally, connecting ideas, and communicating confidently. Every time you ask a question, give an answer, or share a story, you're improving your English. Keep practicing, and your conversations will feel effortless over time. Before we finish, here's a short exercise for you. Imagine meeting a new friend today. Practice a short conversation using 1 greeting, 2 questions, 1 follow-up question, 1 reaction or expression. Speak out loud, shadow each line, and enjoy the process. Remember to like this video if it helped you. Subscribe to Ms. Fwang English for more practical fluency practice. And comment below, which part of today's conversation was the most challenging for you? Thank you for staying until the end. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, you can speak English naturally, fluently, and confidently. Every small step brings you closer to real progress. In your daily life, try to use what you learned today's stories, questions, expressions, and reactions, and notice how conversations start to flow more smoothly. Your English journey is just beginning, and the more you practice, the easier it will become. See you in the next video, and keep speaking English every day.